Still rocking after all these years.
This is the story of my rock and roll butler.
This is it, the show that started it all. Often imitated, but never equal. From San Francisco, USA, online since 2004. It's the one and only Rock and Roll Geek Show. With the original Rock and Roll Geek, Michael Butler.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. My name's Michael Butler. Thanks a lot for joining me. I really appreciate it. Today is Monday, February 8th, 2021, and it is 6:37 p.m. As promised, on the last Rock and Roll Geek Show, the one that I did on Saturday, I promised Richard Fusey. Is it Fusey or Fusey? I don't remember, but however you pronounce his last name, I promised him that I would do the Michael Schenker track-by-track review of his new album, Immortal, on Monday. And if I didn't do it, to please pull all your donations. So I don't want to lose his donations, and I don't want to lose him as a friend and a listener, so I am going to keep my promise. I've listened to this album probably 4 or 5 times, and good enough to do a review on it. Let's go to, so this is a bonus episode, by the way, so the Patreon donors, you don't get charged for this episode, because on Patreon, people donate every episode, and this one you don't have to pay for this one, friend. This is a bonus, all right? It just is. I'm on, so the record is called Immortal on Nuclear Blast Records. I'm on Nuclear Blast website right now. Here's what it comes in. Here's all the, hold on. The dog's coming. It's Super Highway back on. Hold on. All right, come on, dogs. Oh, these fucking dogs, man. They're going to kill me. Here. I'm going to close the... The dog scratches on the door, wants to come in, walks in, turns around and leaves. All right. This is why Tony Bon Jovi's manager or publicist put the kibosh, friends. Oh. Should I start this show over? Nah, fuck it. Why? It's a bonus episode. Who cares? Why would I care about the quality of the Rock and Roll Geek Show? Screw it. It's a Monday night. I am going to open up my second beer of the day. I worked until like 5 o'clock today, so I'm a little bit tired and ready to drink. Beer number 2, Modelo. So it comes in CD. It's on Nuclear Blast Record. It comes a CD. Red, black, marbled vinyl for $20 for 20 euros or $19.99. It comes in a digipack, CD, digipack, and Blu-ray. What's the Blu-ray, I wonder? The making of? Also comes in a black vinyl for €18.99. So for another €1 more, you can get it in red and black marbled vinyl. I think I'd take the red and black marbled vinyl. So those are all the formats it comes in. Here's what they say about the Michael Schenker new album, Immortal. MSG is a legendary name. Pardon me, I'm bourbon is fine Modelo, Tony Bon Jovi's publicist. MSG is a legendary name. After 2 phenomenal records under the guise of Michael Schenker Fest, a true guitar hero is returning to his roots. Returning to his roots. I mean, it would be like Armed and Ready and Love Drive and UFO. Okay. By forming Michael Schenker Group back in 1979, Michael Schenker laid the foundations for one of hard rock's most glorious solo careers of all time. And while nobody expected anything less from a former guitarist for Scorpions and UFO, it's close to impossible mentioning everything Michael has built over the past 50 years or the countless people he influenced or played with. This truly is the stuff that hard rocking myths are made of. All right, whoever wrote this bio is a pretty good writer. I never looked back is how Michael dryly sums up an extraordinary career due to his... Okay, do I want to read this whole thing? Not really. I never wanted fame or success. I'm always happiest when I was left in the sandbox with what I liked the most. Without rivalry, without competition, only focusing on pure, unfiltered creativity. And at that, nothing tops a guitar. Pardon me, I'm burping on this fine Modelo again. It's the best instrument to truly express something. There isn't a sound out there that's more complete. All right, I don't know what I think he's saying that he's great. He recognizes his own greatness, which you got to appreciate. All right. So let's just go into the track batch. We've read enough of that. Well, it's the 40th, right in time for his 40th anniversary as a solo artist and his 50th birthday as a musician. He's older than 50, but I guess it's 50 years playing? I don't know. He resurrects the Immortal Michael Schenker Group. Immortal is also the name of his new album, recorded by likely the strongest lineup in his long history. It's a lightning bolt of an album that sounds fresh, bloodthirsty, and agile. Immortal showcases the gargantuan vocal talents of Chilean hard rock prodigy Ronnie Romero, formerly of Rainbow, backed by singers Ralph Sheepers from Primal Fear, Joe Lynn Turner, ex-Deep Purple and Rainbow, as well as Schenker's brother-in-arms, Michael Voss from Mad Max, who again produced the record alongside Michael Schenker, flawlessly, punchy, and at full steam as if their very lives depended on it. Next to Michael Schenker caressing his iconic black and white Dean Flying V, we hear bass player Barry Sparks from Dokken, keyboard player Steve Mann, as well as three drummers, Bodo Schopf. Oh, he got Bodo Schopf for this one. How do you score that? Simon Phillips, ex-Toto, also ex-AC/DC and ex-Dio and others. Brian Tishy, ex-Whitesnake, pumping gallons of fresh blood through the tracks. And that's not all. Keyboard wizard extraordinaire Derek Sherinian from Dream Theater Black Country Communion gives the listener a baptism of fire in the blistering, heavy-hitting opener Drilled to Kill, powered by Ralph Sheeper's unbelievable vocal tornado. These are all very skilled people with their own studios, Schenker says in his typical dry, down-to-earth manner. That's what makes it easy. I was the only one who had to take 4 8-hour boat trips from England to Holland, and from there I drove to Germany to reach the recording studio during lockdown. I did it even though it meant going into quarantine for 2 weeks every single time. Nothing I can recommend, he explains, but it was absolutely essential and unavoidable so we could finish the album. All right, I'm going to take a wild guess and say he didn't go into quarantine, but maybe he did. I don't know. Could have broke the rules. All right. Enough of the talk about this. All right. I need to get something to write on here. Hold on a second. One of my bills, my phone bill, which I plan on stiffing. All right. All right. I got to find the album here. I got it somewhere in my iTunes. Da 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 da. Michael Schenker Group. Okay, where is Immortal? There are 10 songs on the album. G. And if I like every song, I give it a +1. If I don't like it, I give it a 0, and if it's okay, I give it a half. All right, that's the Rock and Roll Geek scoring system. All right, let's just get right into this so I can let you get on with listening to all the other far superior podcasts out there, which there are only about 8 zillion of them. First song, Drilled to Kill, on vocals is, let's see, Brian Tishy plays drums on this track. Derek Sherinian plays keyboards on this track. And on vocals, Ralph Sheepers. First song, Drilled to Kill.
They say you are wanted. You're a one man. Come and sign a paper.
Little Judas Priest sounding.
Well, it looks like honey lamb, and we protect the earth. Sailing distant oceans, it's all worth. Sealed by the Navy. Cross the line of fire. Mute all emotions. Looking for the thrill. So close to overdosing.
On this album cover, it's on a mountaintop, and Michael Schenker's at the top of the mountain. You can see a town underneath, down at the bottom of the mountain. And he's holding his Dean Flying V at the top of the mountain, pointing towards the camera, and he's got a flag planted on the mountaintop. He climbed the mountain with his Dean Flying V, and it says Michael Schenker, 40th anniversary. I think it's his 40th. It could say 50th. I can't really read it that well. I don't have my glasses. And it says Immortal.
So close to overdosing. We've been drilled to kill. Who cares for the
All right, Ralph Sheepers sounds pretty good.
on the hill? Say a prayer at us will. 'Cause we've been drilled to kill.
Steve Mann also playing guitar. I don't know who Steve Mann is. Ripping solo. This song's kind of silly, but I like it. I'm giving it a +1. +1. All right. Let's fade it out. Next song. I'll listen a little bit more.
Sailing distant oceans, it's all worth. Mute all emotions, looking for a thrill. So close to overdosing, we've been drilled to kill. Who cares for the end?
All right. +1. I like it. It's silly, but I like it. It's catchy, and Ralph Sheepers sounds good. All right. Michael Voss, the producer, does backing vocals on this track. Ralph Sheepers on lead vocals. Like I said, Brian Tishy's on drums, and Derek Sherinian on keyboards. And the rest is, yeah, that's it. Barry Sparks on bass. Did I say that? From some version of Dokken. Next song, Don't Die on Me Now, featuring on lead vocals, Joe Lynn Turner.
All chips are down, these darker days, when clowns and fools.
Simon Phillips plays drums on this track, Michael Voss backing vocals, Steve Mann keyboards.
The enemy will can't see, ain't got no name. Face to face, here comes the shade. Rings on darkness from inside. Almost there, everywhere, unforeseen from behind. Remedy
Joe Lynn Turner. I like those Rainbow songs, the Rainbow albums he did. Stone Cold, the commercial sounding.
Almost there, everywhere.
This song, however, this song kind of sucks.
It's way too late.
We're an hour and 30, or 1 minute and 38 seconds into this, and we finally get to the chorus.
Don't you die on me now. Cry, don't you cry on, as you promised by a vow. In the choir of the angels, welcomes the morning sun. Don't you die on me now, until this battle's won. Tongues might be twisted, have faith along the gifted, when memories blinding the truth from inside. Essence of fire from lips of a liar, shaking and blurring what's wrong or what's right.
Solo's good. Chorus kind of sucks. The verses are horrible. Solo's pretty good. I'm going to give it a very, very weak half. All right, let's kill that one. All right. Next song is called Night of the Dead. On lead vocals, Ronnie Romero. Ronnie Romero, lead vocals, who is I think he's a disciple of Ronnie James Dio, I think. Just like Doogie, what's Doogie's last name? Doogie White, I think. Night of the Dead. Oh, I better turn it up. All right, start it over. Night of the Dead. Here we go! Brian Tishy on drums. Yeah!
Follow no leader of warships. I saw them rise, I saw them fall. Kingdoms coming and going. Flames and fire burning high. I've been the king's enemy, giving the oath to my savior. Swore I will last, never give in, standing in honor and faith. Flames on fire, burning.
So far, song-wise, not doing much for me.
Dance me night of the dead. Right
We're at the chorus.
before I'm losing my head. Sentence me night of the dead, or I turn into ash instead. Scream, don't you hold it back. Come with me and join the brawl.
All right, I like the guitar riff, the digga-digga-digga-dig, the little galloping thing. His vocals are great. The song's not that good.
Flames on fire, burning high. Sentence me night of the dead. Right now, before I'm losing my head. Sentence me night of the dead, or I turn into ash instead.
All right, solo's ripping. Michael Schenker just keeps getting better on guitar. all the Michael Schenker albums are a showcase for him to just shred. Oh, I like the melodic. That breakdown. Woo, yeah! All right, I'll give it a half. It's not horrible, but not super catchy, but the guy sings great. All right, next song, After the Rain. On lead vocals, Michael Voss, the guy who produced this song, or produced the whole album, After the Rain, or is singing on After the Rain. On drums, Bodo Schopf. If anybody knows what band Bodo Schopf played on, did it say it on the bio of this album? Let's see, Bodo Schopf. No, just Bodo Schopf. Okay. Anybody knows who Bodo Schopf played for? Let me know. rockandrollgeek@gmail.com. Night of the Dead. Oh, wrong song. Or excuse me. After the Rain. I like that. Little Baroque. I like that. Ballad.
What have you done to my life, oh dear? Leaving
Yeah, it's kind of cheesy,
this man,
but it has its charm.
and now you're gone with a note on the desk saying some things have to pass. Say, have you been lonely? See that I've been only chasing the wind after the rain. Seems that
Power ballad from Michael Schenker.
but you always wanted forever yours after the rain. Stand at your grave of my love.
All right, let's get it to the solo. Move on past
Like
this verse.
shattered over my cheek. Say, have you been lonely? See that I've been only chasing the wind after the rain.
Chasing the Wind After the Rain.
Wanted, but you always wanted forever yours after the rain.
I love when Michael Schenker plays a melodic solo. That wasn't really a solo. Oh, here we go. Oh, not a solo. We haven't really gotten to a solo.
My life, oh dear, leaving me in this man. Say, have you been lonely? See that I've been only chasing the wind after the rain. Seems that I've been haunted, but you always wanted forever yours after the rain.
Now the melodic guitar solo. I like this.
After the rain.
think that he should not have stepped on Michael Schenker's solo with the vocals. But I like this one. I'm going to give this one a +1. Good job, Michael Voss. Fifth song, Devil's Daughter. On lead vocals, Ralph Sheepers. On drums, playing drums on this one. Let's see. Track 5. I don't know. It doesn't say who's playing drums on this. Wait a second. It must be. Let's see. Drums, Brian Tishy, drums on tracks 1, 3, 7, and 9. Simon Phillips, drums on tracks 2 and 10. And Bodo Schopf, drums on tracks 4 through 6. Okay, so it's Bodo Schopf on drums. Devil's Daughter. Who's on vocals? Ralph Sheepers.
Super high stilettos, she turns on the wheel. Boy, she makes my
I like Ralph Sheepers' vocals. He's a little Udo Dirkschneider sounding on this.
dragging me to hell. A Hollywood attraction, I'm lost under her spell. Midnight now, it's showtime. I'm bringing all the best. Lady of the underworld in a red hot dress. Beware the devil's daughter.
Yeah, beware the Devil's Daughter.
If you come into town,
Yeah.
watch out for devil's daughter.
Watch out for the Devil's Daughter.
She burns like a flame.
Burns like a flame.
Every night in LA, it's the same old scene. Trying to raise some money, chasing on a dream. Sold her soul for dollars, well she smiles in my face. Nothing but pretending, she chasing
I
all
like that.
playing round the fire.
I like that guitar. It's a little chicken picking.
Playing with my heart. This waitress from the top respond, I'll try to deal the cards. Beware the devil's daughter.
Beware that Devil's Daughter.
To town.
She's coming to town.
Watch out for devil's
Watch
daughter.
out.
She burns like a flame.
Burns like a flame, that Devil's Daughter. But she's good in bed. Good solo. Great solo. Who am I kidding? It's a fucking great solo. That was a great guitar solo.
On the wheel.
Is the song great? No, it's kind of cheesy and silly, but I like it.
Sets my world on fire. Dragging me to hell.
And I like Ralph Sheepers. He's a good singer.
Midnight now, it's showtime.
A little Gary Barton style, a little bit, but more on key.
World in a red hot dress. Beware the devil's daughter.
And how could you not like a chorus that says, beware the Devil's Daughter?
Watch out for devil's daughter.
Watch out!
She burns.
Burns like a flame.
Beware the devil's daughter. If you come into town, watch out for devil's.
All right, I'm giving that one a +1. That's a silly song, but I like it.
Beware the devil's daughter. If you come into town, watch out for devil's daughter.
kill it. Okay. Next song, Sail the Darkness. On lead vocals on this track is Ronnie Romero. Okay. And on drums, it's Bodo Schopf again. Sail the Darkness.
There is no return.
Oh, he's going for a little Klaus Meine style. What does that sound like? Sounds like another song. Let me rewind it.
There is no return.
It's a Deep Purple song. Or is it a Rainbow song? Or is it a Dio song? I think it might be a Dio song. Oh, Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell.
Coming from
That's what it is, Heaven and Hell.
tip the driving force away.
Yeah, very much Ronnie James Dio, Heaven and Hell.
Ain't got no warning out.
I mean, it is virtually Heaven and Hell, isn't it?
Sail the ship and face the fear. Don't take the break. The price you pay is worth the wait. So take my soul. I will pay for my mistakes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Brave is the heart when the love blinds the eyes and pray. Oh, sail the darkness, walking through the cold. I'm not afraid. I know the wind will blow.
Not fairly catchy chorus.
Take you to the core. There is no return. Looking for some
These older guys on these vocals, they always have the silly lyrics. Especially the old metal guys or hard rock guys, whatever you call Schenker. They're always like Dungeons and Dragons and Devil's Daughters and sailing Vikings ships and it's never the bitch screwed me over and cheated on me or anything like that.
Sail the darkness, walking.
The Viking sailing the darkness.
I'm not afraid. I know the wind will blow.
He's a sailor. He's a sailor on a ship. I'm playing the character in this track.
No return.
I'm giving that one a half. It's okay. Silly Viking ship vocals or lyrics, and he sings great. Little too much like Heaven and Hell era Black Sabbath, but you're going to rip somebody off. That's not a bad era to rip off. All right, next song is The Queen of Thorns and Roses. Another medieval times type vocals or type lyrics. I don't know why I say them vocals. Medieval song. What do you call it? Song subject matter. Medieval subject matter. On lead vocals, Michael Voss, the guy who produced this record. Queen of Thorns. Oh, who's on drums on this one? Let's see, drums. Brian Tishy on drums. The Queen of Thorns and Roses. Here we go! Lights out.
Don't get betrayed by the beauty in her eyes. There's a
or Electric Phase.
on the side. I thought I could cover
Little bouncy. Lights Out with a little bit more bounce.
feel like a little princess with me pulling out the playing a role. Don't want no more fairy, don't want no more stress. 24/7 in a hole. Now you're gone, and my heart is turned to stone.
Oh, it's about the bitch left him. Okay, all right. Here's one about the bitch left him.
Still I am standing in roses. The cut is much too deep, and I need a sun to bleed. The queen of thorns and roses.
Catchy chorus. I like that guitar sound.
The flower's gone, well I'm ready for the aches and the stab of my heart.
I like the bouncy vocals on the
The
verses.
sound of the body waiting for the bloom. She used to feel like a little princess with me.
La di da di da di da di da di da di da. I like that.
Don't want no more fairy, don't want no more stress. 24/7 in a hole. Now you're gone, and my heart is turned to stone. Still I am standing in roses. The cut is much too deep, and I need a sun to bleed. The queen of thorns and
Very tasty guitar solo.
Now you're gone.
Breakdown. You gotta like a breakdown.
Heart is turned to stone. Still I am sending you roses. Now you're gone, and my heart is turned to stone. Still I am sending you roses. The cut is much too deep, and I need a sun to bleed. The queen of thorns and roses.
Again, just another reason to showcase Michael Schenker's fantastic guitar player. I mean, the guy really is a fucking genius guitar player. Whether you like these songs or not, the guy can play. Based on that fantastic guitar playing alone, I'll give that one a +1. That's a kind of a big +1. Not a great song, but the guitar playing's amazing. Amazing! All right, next song, Come On Over. Come on over, baby. On vocals, Ronnie Romero, which means this will be a Dio sounding song. And on drums, we're back to Bodo Schopf, back on the drums. Now, you listen to that. I think he's not picking that. I think that's just all on his left hand, I think. Let's listen to that again. It doesn't sound like he's picking it. new kid in town. How old is Ronnie? How old is Ronnie Romero? I'm gonna have to look it up. I got a feeling he's not a kid.
Stop waiting for what is coming around. What is your mission contemplating? How do you feel alone? I say down, down, if you're hitting this down. Don't you turn around. Come on up.
Oh, born in 1981. He's not that old.
All lies, come and tell it, no alibi.
Oh, he's only 39.
What's the secret you hide?
Is that right? Math ain't me forte.
Blues are the feelings you fight in. Yes, you pay your dues. What is your mission contemplating? How do you feel alone? I say down, down, if you're hitting this now. Don't you turn around. Come on over, tell no lies.
But this song is not very good.
Tell it, no alibis. Come on. Have you ever found the road? Have you ever had a boundary road? Come and tell it. You get in town.
I'm leaning towards a 0. But Michael Schenker's ripping again. I'm going to up it to a half. Oh, Ronnie Romero is the singer in Richie Blackmore's latest version of Rainbow. Richie Blackmore's Rainbow. From Madrid, Spain. Born in Santiago, Chile. All right, I'm giving it a half. Next song, back to Joe Lynn Turner again on vocals. Sangria Morte. Brian Tishy on drums.
Riding through the desert sands, bet you got a crime in mind. When the sun is high and you sweat to death, then you're not the loving kind. Train is slowly approaching through the Texican heat. Sangria morte, you'll go down with the bang. Sangria morte, that's the place where you'll hang. Sangria morte, it was once so too much. Sangria morte, this ain't your city of luck. A burning sky without a sound sends tension in the air. An empty face with frightened eyes as they come from everywhere. Train arrives, it's your showdown. Headhunters will take care. Sangria morte, you'll go down with the bang. Sangria morte, that's the place where you'll hang. Sangria morte,
All right, I like the chorus.
so too much.
The rest of the song, not so much.
Sangria morte, this ain't your city of love.
Again, Michael Schenker ripping. I was going to give it a +1, but the verses aren't very good. But I like the chorus.
Go down with the bang. Sangre Amorte, that's the place where you'll hang.
All right, let's hear the solo and see how. Maybe that'll lift it to a 1.
It was one, so too much.
We already get to the solo.
Sangre Amorte, this ain't your city of love.
All right, the solo lifted it up to a 1. A soft 1. All right, last song is a cover of, it's called In Search of the Peace of Mind, a Scorpions cover that Michael Schenker wrote when he was in Scorpions, supposedly. Supposedly he wrote this. He was 16 years old. This is on the Lonesome Crow first Scorpions album. Is that this Lonesome Crow the first Scorpions? I think so, like 72 or 73, something like that. In Search of the Peace of Mind, which is on Tokyo Tapes. In Search of the Peace of Mind, which is a great song. So, I mean, I guess I got to give it a +1. Almost don't want to give a cover a +1, but let's hear it. Yeah. Great ballad by Scorpions. Michael Schenker wrote lyrics and music, supposedly. He's taking credit for it.
I'm alone and I am feeling blue.
Ah, special guest appearance. Doogie White comes back on for this one. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, so this is a leftover. I'm pretty sure this is a leftover from Michael Schenker Fest because it's got 3 vocalists on this. Gary Barden, Robin McCauley, and Doogie White. Oh, and, okay, Steve Mann plays keyboards. And Ronnie Romero. So we got, okay, on vocals on this track, Simon Phillips is playing drums. On vocals, we have Gary Barden, Robin McCauley, the Dukester, one of my favorites, the Doogie White, and Ronnie Romero. So we got 2 Dio disciples on this. All right, let's take it back. Now that I know we got 4 vocals, I'm going to like this more, I think. Let's see if we can pick out who's singing which part. I'm guessing that the off-key one will be Gary Barton.
When I'm alone and
that's Gary Barton, right?
Feeling blue, dreaming a dream.
Could be Robin McCauley.
That's lovely and true. Faintly the dream of a true and the wonderful world, and no one will care as long as the world will turn.
Oh yeah, Michael Schenker. Sounds great. Is that the Dukester? Is that Doogie? That might be Doogie White right there. I love Doogie. It's either Doogie or Ronnie Romero. Erik Mortensen and I went to see them with Doogie singing at I think Erik Mortensen went with me to the Yoshi's in Oakland. Steve Mann on keyboards. Epic. 6 minutes and 27 seconds. That's Robin McCauley, right?
To find my peace of mind.
Yeah, that's got to be Robin McCauley.
To find my peace of mind. And I try. And I try.
That is Ronnie Romero.
And I try.
Give it a +1. Let's tally it up, shall we? We got 1, 1.5, 2, 3, 4.5, 5.5, 6, 7, 8 out of 10. That's a pretty high score. I think it's a little generous. And I bet you that Richard Fusey is quite surprised that I gave it an 8. I gotta recount that. 1, 2.5, 3.5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 10. That's the Rock and Roll Geek scoring system. I gotta take it for what I did. Although I could have given number 2 a 0. Would have been a 7.5 out of 10. It's probably more like it, but I got to go with an 8 out of 10. Michael Schenker sounds fucking awesome on it. All right, friends. I hope you enjoyed this bonus episode. You agree with me? Send me an email, rockandrollgeek@gmail.com. Butler. Once again, you know your shit. Put that in the subject line if you disagree with me. Butler, come on! 8 out of 10! No wonder the guy's publicist said, fuck this guy. Unsubscribe! Put that in the subject line. Find me on the Facebook, R&R Geek. Find this show at rockandrollgeek.com, rockandrollgeek@gmail.com. Find me on the Twitter, R&R Geek. Find me on the Instagram, Rock and Roll Geek. Don't ask. Patreon.com/R&R Geek. Please keep the donations coming, because without your donations, this show would die a horrible, putrid, stench-filled death. I will talk to you very soon, friends. Thank you for listening. It's a value for value, so please donate what you can, what you think it's worth.
It's a Rock and Roll Geek train wreck.